wasting away of the muscles. Remember, when a person does not move a part of their body will try to draw up in a fetal position. Once that extremity draws up and gets locked in place, we call that a contracture. There's no reversing it without breaking bones. It is fixed. So by moving various joints and body parts, we keep those joints fluid and movable. But if somebody's had a stroke on one side of their brain and a part of their body is paralyzed, then they can't move that part of the body. It will eventually pull itself up into a very not good position. So that's where our range of motion comes in. Someone that's in a coma, that's where that comes in, okay? So the range of motion skills are the last 3 skills usually that I go over with students because they're not that difficult. Your time frame will be 11 minutes. No, I'm sorry, 4 to 5 minutes. I'm looking at something different. 11 minutes is the transfer. 4 to 5 minutes, so it's a minor player, okay? The first one I'm going to do is elbow and wrist. So the action of movement will be only on wrist and elbow. No fingers, no shoulder, okay? And it clearly states, provide resident, the live person, with passive, you doing it all, range of motion to elbow and wrist, okay? The candidate, that will be you, is asked to provide range of motion exercise to a resident who is not able to help with the exercises. The resident needs his or her elbow flexed and extended, and the wrist flexed and hyperextended. The key to these range of motion exercises, you only do one extremity, you only do 3 repetitions. Easy. One extremity, 3 repetitions. All right? At the test site, the test proctor or the state test person will tell you if it's right or left side. So for demonstration purposes today, I'm going to use Wendy's right arm because I'm on this side. It's much easier for you to see me. Okay? But remember, if you get this skill, she will either tell you or it will be in the title of your state skill, range of motion to right arm or right leg, left arm, left leg. Okay? Are we good with that? 3 repetitions. Okay, so it is range of motion to 1 elbow and 1 wrist. Now, our introduction will be the same. Knock, knock. Good morning. How are you? Fine. My name is Robbie, and I'm your nursing assistant. Is now a good time to go ahead and give you some gentle exercises? We call it range of motion to your right arm and elbow?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm going to wash my hands. We'll get started. And I would pull the curtain for privacy. All right? Now, I'm going to raise the bed for body mechanics because at this point, it's about saving my back. Okay? So I'm going to raise your bed up so I don't hurt my back, and then we'll get started. Let me know if you feel any discomfort. That's a real big thing, ladies and gentlemen. All right, now, when you're doing this exercise, we know the action is going to be on her elbow and her wrist, not her fingers. So if I were going to flex her elbow first, I don't want to just grab her like this and pull her arm up. That's not a good thing to do. In fact, that's very bad. You could actually break someone's wrist doing that who has osteoporosis. So the state examiner is looking for how you handle this person and where you're placing your hands to support the extremity. All right? So now, I'm going to slide the palm of my hand gently under her elbow. I want to protect her elbow from friction and shearing on the mattress. I'm only exposing her arm. All right? I technically could go up a little bit higher for myself. So now, the way I do this is because it's supposed that she cannot do anything with her arm, I take the flat of my hand and I come under and I'm actually resting her hand on the palm of my hand to support this whole arm. So the action is first 3 repetitions. It's elbow and wrist, no fingers. So I'm flexing all the way up and down, and I'm counting 1. How are you doing?
Okay.
Good. 2, and 3. I'm done with part 1. Now, I can't really flex her wrist and hyperextend it in this position. So now I've still got my hand here. Now I'm going to remove this hand. Now, this is my technique, but I think it's pretty impressive. I don't want to just go doing her like this. That's not cool. So I want to cradle her wrist between the palms of my hands. Remember, there's no action on the fingers. We're not popping knuckles in the fingers. So now I'm going to flex and hyperextend, and it's got to be full flexion. So I'm going and all the way back. 1 and 2 and 3. You doing okay? And then I would reposition her arm under the covers, which is probably where you're going to find. Okay, make sure she has her call bell. Lower the bed down, push the curtain back, and hand wash. So let me put the whole action of the range of motion together for you one more time. So I would pull this sheet back and expose only her arm, keeping her covered. I'm going to slide my hand under her elbow, and I'm cradling her wrist. So I'm doing full flexion. 1 and 2 and 3. Completing the third one. Now I'm coming up. I'm cradling her wrist. Hyperextend and flex. 1. Hyperextend and flex. 2. Hyperextend and flex. 3. And then you lay the arm down. Don't just go like that, Michael. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're looking for how you're handling this person's extremity because it's presumed that they're impaired on that side. Any questions about range of motion, elbow, wrist? 3 repetitions. Count audibly. Assess your patient. How are you doing? All of that is real important. We good with that one? Mm-hmm. All right. Turn your cameras off.